As world leaders promptly extended their congratulations to Donald Trump on his recent election victory, Kenya's President William Ruto took a more measured approach, delaying his official message. Trump, a Republican, won against Democrat Vice President Kamala Harris, reclaiming the presidency he lost in 2020 to Joe Biden. While the counting of Electoral College votes continues, Trump's upcoming term promises an America First focus that marked his initial presidency. With Trump set to take office in January, there is anticipation around how his leadership might impact African countries, including Kenya. In Nairobi, issues like the US-backed multinational security support mission in Haiti, led by Kenya, climate pledges, security support in Somalia, and a trade agreement with the US now hang in the balance. Republicans in Congress previously held up some funding for the Haiti mission, and while Biden pledged $300 million, only $100 million had been delivered, with the rest pending approval. The recent Republican win in the House may further influence decisions on international funding, aligning with Trump's stance against overseas spending when domestic needs are pressing. In trade, the Biden administration had shifted from Trump's free trade deal with Kenya to a strategic trade and investment partnership, or STP, which remains in progress. Analysts suggest a finalized trade agreement could be delayed further with Biden's exit. Trade experts like Dr. Mukisa Kituyi note that the African Continental Free Trade Area, or AfCFTA, and possible renewal of the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA, raise complex questions for a US-Kenya trade deal. Kituyi points out that direct US market access for Kenya was always unlikely outside AGOA, which includes over 40 African countries, adding to the uncertainty. Kenya may also face legal questions over the STIP under World Trade Organization regulations, AGOA, and the African Continental Free Trade Area. According to former Trade PS Johnson Weru, international trade laws prioritize developing countries, and any bilateral agreement must meet stringent requirements under WTO rules. The most favored nation principle, a core of the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, mandates that any trade benefits extended to one nation must also apply to others, except in cases of a comprehensive free trade agreement. The future of US-Africa relations may reflect a different tone under Trump's leadership. Some analysts, including Cameron Hudson from the Center for Strategic and International Studies, suggest that while Trump's previous approach may have been blunt, it set clear expectations for African leaders regarding US priorities. Trump's emphasis on domestic priorities may require African leaders to seek alternative partnerships to support their national goals. During Trump's previous term, he withdrew from the Paris Agreement on climate change and proposed leaving other UN agencies, showing a preference for selective international engagement. Alice Hill from the Council on Foreign Relations warns that Trump's presidency may present significant hurdles in global climate action, with a likely step back from international commitments. However, she highlights the potential for US states to make impactful local decisions on climate, showing that while federal support may waver, subnational progress remains a force in environmental advocacy.